Every costume reference for
Peach
in Smash Ultimate. First, Peach has an all-gold and shiny dress, which could be inspired by the power stars that are all over her castle. Next is a red dress, pulled from one of Peach's alternate colors in Mario Golf. It also resembles the original design for Pauline in Donkey Kong. This blue dress is also based on one of Peach's Mario Golf colors, which itself is pulled from Daisy's appearance in NES Open Tournament Golf. Likewise, green is also from her Mario Golf colors, which is also pulled from Peach's appearance in NES Open Tournament Golf. According to the Melee website, white was designed to look like a wedding dress. White and red is based on her original sprite in Super Mario Bros., a design that was also later reused for her Fire Flower design. And finally, black and gold, which matches Rosalina's costume, but is otherwise Smash original. Every costume origin for
Bowser
in Smash Ultimate. This color scheme is an interesting combination of two older colors from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. This all-yellow color scheme is inspired by some of the Koopalings designs in Super Mario World. Green is based on one of Bowser's alternate colors in Mario Golf, which itself is inspired by his mostly green design in Super Mario World. This gray color is possibly inspired by Morton Koopa Jr.'s design, though leaning a bit more on the gray side. Bowser with pink hair is possibly based on Bowletta from Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. Or more simply, he's meant to match Giga Bowser, Bowser's final Smash form. Red is once again based on one of Bowser's color schemes from Mario Golf. And blue, which was inspired by Bowser's brother being a blue version of Bowser in Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. This was also used as a Mario Golf color too. Every costume origin for
Ice Climbers
in Smash Ultimate. Their default costume is based on the Player 1 and Player 2 characters from Ice Climber on the NES, Popo the boy and Nana the girl. These lighter blue parkas resemble Popo's sprite when being hit by an enemy in Ice Climber. Popo's green parka could be based on any of the green vegetables collected in Ice Climber, while Nana's yellow could be based on the potato. This costume is sadly just a Smash original, though the blue does match the ice theme for the Ice Climbers. The final four costumes swap the lead climber, putting Nana in the front now. Her red parka matches the North American box art for Ice Climber. These parkas could again be based on the color schemes of some of the vegetables. The white parkas are based on their sprites after they've lost a life, while their gloves and boots match their default parka colors. And finally, we have orange and purple, which are based on the two types of condor colors found in different versions of the game. Every costume origin for
Sheik
in Smash Ultimate. Sheik's overall design in Smash actually originates from some cool concept art done for Zelda Twilight Princess, though it was never actually used for the game. In Ultimate, Sheik's clothing was then updated to be based on the stealth armor set from Zelda Breath of the Wild. First, she has a red color, inspired by the stealth set being dyed red in Breath of the Wild. This slightly purple color is based on Sheik's original design from Zelda Ocarina of Time. Then we have a much more purple color, based on the stealth set being dyed purple. And then a green color, based on the armor being dyed green. This is a dark Sheik costume. Many characters in Smash have this sort of dark color scheme, and this comes from the stealth armor dyed black. And yellow, based on the yellow dye job. Finally is a color scheme based on Impa in both Hyrule Warriors and Breath of the Wild. Every costume reference for
Zelda
in Smash Ultimate. In this game, Princess Zelda's appearance is a fusion of her designs from both Zelda A Link to the Past and its sequel, A Link Between Worlds. Her red dress is inspired by the original NES Zelda, when Link has the red ring equipped, even adjusting her hair to be a similar shade. This blue dress is similar to her casual attire that she wears in A Link to the Past. Next is a pink dress, which is based on Zelda's design in Ocarina of Time, which was also her appearance in Melee. Green is another possible color that she can have in the original Zelda, when Link is not equipped with any rings. Next is a Smash original costume, meant to be a Dark Zelda. This color scheme is based on Zelda's design from Twilight Princess, which was also the appearance Zelda used in both Brawl and Smash 4. And finally, we have an all-white dress, which is based on Zelda's appearance in Skyward Sword. Every costume origin for
Dr. Mario
in Smash Ultimate. Red comes from the fever virus in the Dr. Mario series. Blue is based on the chill virus. Blue is also a common color of scrubs that doctors and nurses wear. Green could be based on Dr. Mario's appearance on the Game Boy's monochrome green. This shade of green is also a common scrub color in the medical field. Black is listed as an unlicensed doctor on the Melee website, sort of like a dark Dr. Mario costume. Yellow completes the virus colors, based on the weird virus. it might also be based on Wario's primary color. And if we have Wario, we gotta have Waluigi, which this purple is based on. And finally is pink. This is based on the color that Nurse Toadstool, or Nurse Peach, wears in multiple Dr. Mario games over the years. Every costume origin for
Pichu!
in Smash Ultimate. A pair of swim goggles. Pichu had these back in Melee. He was then scrapped for Brawl, so they got given to Pikachu, but now he gets them back. They come from the swimmer trainer class in the Pokemon games. Next is a red ribbon, a Smash original costume which Pichu also had back in Melee. This beanie comes from Team Skull, the evil organization found in Pokemon Sun and Moon. And another evil organization, this time a bandana from Team Aqua as they appear in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Next is a spiky-eared Pichu. This was a special Pichu that could be obtained in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver as a part of an event. This small flower comes from the Flower Barrette, one of the accessories that can be equipped in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And finally, Pichu wears the Focus Band. This is an item that can sometimes prevent a Pokemon from fainting, which is a fun nod to Pichu constantly dealing self-damage to itself. Here is every costume reference for
Falco!
in Smash Ultimate. Like Fox before him, Falco's design is built off of his appearance in Star Fox Zero for the Wii U. Meanwhile, his orange costume is based on the orange of his jumpsuit in Star Fox 64. This blue costume is sadly just a Smash Original combination. Red is based on Falco's design in Star Fox Assault, where he wears an all-red suit. This green color scheme might be based on Falco's appearance in Star Fox Adventures. Next, we have a dark Falco skin, which falls in line with Fox's similar dark skin. However, this one changes the color of his feathers, making him appear similar to a crow. This lighter blue, green, and white color is also another Smash original. And finally, we have an all-pink color, which could be based on Cat Monroe as she appears in Star Fox 64, and she has a not-so-secret crush on Falco. Every costume origin for
Marth!
in Smash Ultimate. Marth's red outfit looks similar to Minerva, specifically in this art as it appears in the Fire Emblem, the complete art book. It also represents enemy units in Fire Emblem. His green color scheme represents allied units in the series. Black and gold is based on Camus, who appeared in the very first Fire Emblem game. White and red is based on Leaf, the main character of Fire Emblem Thracia 776. This more saturated costume is based on Marth's appearance in Fire Emblem Mystery of the Emblem for the Super Famicom. This yellow costume was originally given to Marth in Smash 4, based on Roy's similar costume found in Melee. This is because Roy was originally not on the roster for Smash 4 before becoming DLC. And the final costume is inspired by Marth's appearance in the very first Fire Emblem game, but they made sure that he put some pants on this time. Every costume origin for
Young Link!
in Smash Ultimate. Young Link's default costume is his young appearance in Ocarina of Time, complete with the Kokiri sword and the Deku shield he wields during this period. The red tunic is based on the Goron tunic in Ocarina of Time, which protects Link from heat. The blue tunic is the Zora tunic, which allows Link to breathe while underwater. This white color comes from Link's sprite while the blue ring is equipped in The Legend of Zelda. Pink comes from the clothing of Nabooru, the Sage of Spirit in Ocarina of Time. This lighter blue is based on the Link from Breath of the Wild. The blue tunic is for the Champion's tunic, and this is the only costume that gives young Link pants, based on the Hylian trousers. The orange tunic could be inspired by Rauru, the Sage of Light in Ocarina of Time. And finally, we have Dark Link, specifically based on his appearance in Ocarina of Time 3D. Every costume origin for
Ganondorf!
in Smash Ultimate. Ganondorf's design in Smash Ultimate is based on his appearance in Ocarina of Time. While in Melee his design is based on the Space World tech demo, Ultimate is more faithful to the source game. This costume is inspired by Yuga, the antagonist of Zelda A Link Between Worlds, with the purple cape and more vivid red hair. Next is a costume that turns his skin blue. Ganondorf's original beast form, Ganon, had blue skin in the earlier Zelda games. Green is a basic Smash original color. Next is a purple outfit, which is a color that the Gerudo guards wear in Ocarina of Time. This next color scheme uses similar colors to Ganondorf in The Wind Waker, even making his skin slightly green. The gray hair on this costume was previously a Smash original commonly called Old Manendorf. In Ultimate, it was given blue skin, once again based on the beast Ganon. Finally is a color based on Twilight Princess Ganondorf, paying homage to his appearance in both Brawl and Smash 4. Every costume origin for
Mewtwo!
in Smash Ultimate. First is an orange color, possibly inspired by an alternate color for Mewtwo in Pokemon Stadium, but cranked up to 11. Likewise, this blue Mewtwo is also inspired by an alternate Stadium color, but again maxed out. This brown color is possibly based on Mewtwo's sprite in the first generation of Pokemon games. The pink color scheme comes from Mewtwo's official art from the earliest Pokemon games, which was far more pink than he is now. Yellow is based on Mewtwo's original shiny color in Generation 2, which was more yellow. Meanwhile, this color is based on Mewtwo's modern shiny color, but then changed just a little bit because Smash hates using official shiny Pokemon colors. Finally, we have a Dark Mewtwo, which is inspired by Shadow Mewtwo from Pokken Tournament and Shadow Lugia from Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. Every costume origin for
Roy!
in Smash Ultimate. While Roy's original Melee design was a younger appearance, in Ultimate, he's been aged up a bit based on some of his more recent designs. First is some red armor, inspired by a color scheme Roy can have in the Link Arena mode. It's also similar to Alan from the Binding Blade. Likewise, there's green armor, based on the green color scheme in Link Arena, or similar to Lance. This purple color is based on Marcus, a paladin in Roy's party. A light blue color based on Eliwood, Roy's father, and the protagonist of the Blazing Blade. The dark purple armor comes from Zephiel, the primary antagonist in Binding Blade. Pink comes from the final possible color in Link Arena, and also from Cecilia, Roy's tutor. And finally is the gold armor, which comes from Bors, a knight. Every costume origin for
Mr. Game & Watch!
in Smash Ultimate. This red color resembles the color of sprites used on the Virtual Boy, Nintendo's first 3D console. This yellowy green color is inspired by the monochrome green screen used on the original Game Boy. This blue color could be a reference to some of the later Game & Watches in the Super Color line, capable of displaying color, one of which was blue. The teal costume is based on the color of some darker sprites used on the Game Boy Light, a backlit variation of the original Game Boy. And then we have a bright blue, which is based on the Game Boy Light's full backlight color. Green is also another color that could be used on some of the Super Color handhelds. And finally is a white color, inspired by the background color of Game & Watch games. All of these costumes are based on Nintendo's handhelds in their earliest days.